So you want to understand climate change? I will give you my 2 cents worth. It is a social, political, media issue. Kind of like, should we pay for other people's abortions? It's not a science question. And the way it's packaged and presented is to play on the emotions, to mess with your mind. No intellectual arguments, no reasonable, logical arguments are offered. None. For example, I just saw briefly the beginning of a video on YouTube where the girl shows a picture of Stephen. This is Stephen. He's a really cool guy. He studies climate science. He's a climate scientist. I don't know anything about the climate because I'm just a girl. And I have two friends. I asked them, Sally, how much time do you spend every day studying the climate? And Sally goes, none. And I have another friend, Mary. Mary, how much time do you spend studying the climate? And Mary said, I don't study the climate. Like, I probably study a negative 3 hours a day. So therefore, what should we do? Let's ask Stevie, the climate scientist. He'll explain it. But climate science is very complicated. Look at this textbook. It's got formulas that contain letters of the Greek alphabet. I ain't going to go there. I don't understand the letters of the Greek alphabet. Theta, gamma, delta, beta. You make a formula with Greek letters in it. I'm out of here because I can't even do arithmetic. So therefore, I had better leave climate up to the experts, right? No. You see, I'm not terribly brilliant. I just happened to see what I wasn't supposed to see. I just happened to see that this is a hoax. This is a con job. This is a scam. And that's not really a matter of intellect, and it's not really based on my level of understanding of science. I have a good understanding of science, but I'm not an expert. If I took a biology class, college level biology class, I might make an A in a college level introductory biology class. Matter of fact, I did. And if I took biology in high school, I probably would have been quite entertained by it. I probably would have enjoyed it. And I don't remember the grade I made in high school, but above a C. It was probably a B. It could have been an A. But so I have some understanding of science. I have some common sense. And since this is a scam, a political scam, and not a science matter, we can see through the scam the same way as you could pick up clues that the used car salesman who's trying to unload a piece of junk on you is manipulating you or attempting to, trying to hoodwink you, trying to trick you, trying to gloss over all the defects in this car, this lemon, possibly a lemon. Who knows? Maybe it is a good car. Maybe it's a good car being sold by a bad salesman. But you have to have some basic understanding of automobiles and some basic understanding of human nature, salesmanship, manipulation. You have to have been around the block a few times, and then you have to trust in luck. And maybe you end up with a good car at a good price. Maybe it's got some small defect that's easily fixed, and you're lucky enough to buy a little piece of rubber tubing and stick it on the transmission and connect this to that, and all of a sudden, bingo, it works. So it takes some broad knowledge of life.
Unusually cold weather and snow in parts of South America have affected thousands of people in several countries. Authorities in Peru, one of the worst hit areas, say that more than 80,000 people in the Andes region could suffer as the most severe snowstorm of the last 10 years continues. Cars have been stuck in traffic as heavy snowfall makes roads impassable. Authorities in the capital Lima announced a state of emergency in 10 regions. Crops have been damaged and tens of thousands of cattle, including llamas, sheep, and alpacas, have perished.
So, what can you take away from those two blurbs? Snow in the Andes and sea level rise and fall, rise and fall. Are they evidence of man-made climate change? The first example of snow in the Andes is just normal because it snows occasionally in the Andes Mountains of South America. It doesn't mean anything. Sea level rise. The geologic record shows that the sea level has risen before and fallen before. Today's sea level rise is typical, and you should note that it rises to such an extent and no more beyond that. And that is because Antarctica contains a lot of ice, but it never gets below freezing, or at least not in the past several million years, and that ice stays there. That ice is old. None of this is an example of man-made climate change, yet the media would have you believe that sea level rise is caused by your use of fossil fuels, and you must pay. They're going to stop you from using fossil fuels by artificially raising the price. Oh, but don't worry. They will subsidize your gasoline and heating fuel and electricity bill, because they're going to take the money from people who have money and pay your bills with it. They're going to jack the price up, make the rich pay for it. Can't you see this is communism? This is communism. This is not science. This is communism. This is manipulation. This is disinformation. This is psychological warfare. This is a hostile takeover. Somebody is trying to take possession of you personally and of your country and its resources. This is communism. It is worldwide and it is spreading.